Got all the nice
lines.
Lovely lines.
Lovely lines.
So let's start the show.
Woo!
Whoa!
It's like a bus. Don't turn up
Welcome,
and then the load
one and all,
Yes.
to Fandom's Log, the Trench Run. We've been away again for a couple of weeks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I think it was.
I'm not sorry. I didn't. They forced me back.
Yeah, we collared him. So, as you may have heard, we've got Sam, the Sound Lord Glover.
Hello. My avatar looks like Heisenberg.
We'll get to that in a minute. And then we've got Dan, the Dark Lord of Everything Boyle.
Yes, I approve of this name.
And then I'm your host, aka your King, Ewen.
Woo!
Woo!
King Ewen.
King Ewen.
King Ewen the First.
Yeah, that doesn't sound as regal as you think it would.
Nah.
No. So as what we do here is we talk about everything going on in the world of comics, movies, TV shows, games, comic books, even if we get around to it. So as Sam mentioned, we have avatars. If you've been looking at any of us on social media, two of us have some very nice, fancy.
Drawings.
We have
I like
nice
my
little
drawing.
pictures.
So let's go with Dan first. Dan's appearing on screen right about now. That is Dan.
Yay.
That is Dan, and then
He looks
Hello.
like a combination of Iroh and Kevin Smith.
You see, I'm all right with that because Iroh is one of my favorite characters, and I think it looks just like me.
Yeah.
so
honest.
that is Dan.
I do have eyes. Yeah, sort of.
And then we've got Sam right there. He's on
Yes.
screen right now.
I like that it's just Heisenberg with my duck, my little
Yeah,
duck
you do have your little dog fringe. I like the moustache. I just feel
It
like
is bushy.
it is very bushy.
Even though my real life one is more Guy Fawkes-esque.
Yeah, but it does, kissing you, it tickles still. So.
This is too much narcissism. Let's move on.
And then finally we've got.
Oh, I haven't seen yours.
We've got me. I've gone through two versions. This is the one that I like the most.
It's Michael McIntyre.
I thought of young Jay Leno, to be honest.
Yeah, it's their love child. Michael
Yeah.
McIntyre, Jay Leno's love child.
I mean, it's better than Sad Ewan, which Dan seen.
Yeah, no.
That Sad Ewan.
Sad Ewan. I want to see Sad Ewan.
Sad Ewan is
Are we
just.
going to show them Sad Ewan just briefly?
You'll get a flash of it right here,
Oh.
and then that's it. That's all you're going to get.
That one more looks like an artist's depiction when you've brutally murdered someone.
Have you
so-
seen this man?
From now on, these images are going to be what's on the thumbnails anytime one of us is talking.
Like now.
Yeah.
And
so-
now.
Oh, this is going to be so much.
And good luck editing. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to be crying by the end of it. This is
Yes,
probably
he
the
is.
worst idea I could have came up with.
And now.
So let's jump into it. We've got all these topics to talk about. To be fair, most of these are pretty old at this point, so it's going to be a very old one. So,
Well, we need
But-
to talk about them.
I've been I feel like I have been genuinely sat in a cave for a long while, isolated from news.
Yeah, I
so-
feel like I've missed out on a lot of news anyway, so...
So let's jump into it then without
Okay.
further ado. So I'm going to run through them all, and then we're going to play the usual game of one of them picks a number. I don't have my questions, I'm sorry, but they will get fabulous prizes
Before
that I will pull out of this magical sack
Why
that I
don't
have
Why
right
don't
here.
you make up the questions on the fly?
Oh, this is going to be difficult.
For the record, people, apologies if you hear what sounds like a gunfight happening. There is a gunfight happening. It's downstairs, and
in the saloon downstairs.
yes, there is
We
genuinely a
record
gunfight.
right over an old-timey Wild West saloon.
It's what happens when you visit Grimsby.
So let's go in. We've got our first trailer for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's Jumanji film. We got a very surprising end to Doctor Who series 10.
I've not got to the surprise. I've done the 3-parter, and all I want to say is like, when did Doctor Who? When I leave, why does Doctor Who get good?
Oh, you have no idea. Let's keep going.
So-
Then we've had a whole bunch of drama from the Han Solo movie. That's just going to take a whole lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got Marvel and Sony Spider-Man is released last week, and we're getting some more information about Venom and where it fits in the universe. Game of Thrones returns in a couple of weeks' time. I think at this point it's a week's time, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then we got Transformers belly flopping at the box office. Fantastic Beasts 2 has gone into production, and we got this one I put in especially for Dan.
Oh, I'm excited.
We got a trailer for Rick and Morty season 3.
Oh, yes, we did.
If you want, you can add also the Paddington 2 trailer, because I know you have an unabashed love of Paddington.
I do love Paddington.
There's a second one.
There is a second
Have
one.
you not seen the trailer for it?
I have not.
Oh, it
So-
looks just as adorable as the first.
What we'll do
Nice.
is start off with Dan.
Yes.
Pick a number.
Guess which number I'm going to pick.
Number 8, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Number 8. So,
The Squanch.
here's your question that I'm
Okay.
just literally thinking of right now.
Right.
What TV network does Rick and Morty air on?
Adult Swim.
This is my
This is
question.
his question.
Sorry,
It's my question. And we all know it's Vimeo.
That's where you get them from anyway.
No, it's Adult Swim, Adult Swim.
So, Dan,
Yeah.
guess what you win?
Do I win a portal gun?
Yes, you
No,
do.
can I have a Mi 6 box? I want a Mi 6 box.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, it's right here. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. I would activate my Mi 6 box, but copyright.
Yeah.
And also that means doing a Justin Roiland impression. I'm not doing that.
I think I could probably.
So,
Hey, no, I can't do it today. No.
So,
Don't,
for the one person on the panel that doesn't watch Rick and Morty, but probably should,
Yeah.
explain to me why this is amazing. Because I watched it and I'm like, what the heck am I watching?
It is by far the smartest show on television at the moment, possibly ever. It is so dark, it's so funny, and it is so clever.
So smart, it's just stupid.
It literally is. It's one of the stupidest shows, but everything they do is so intelligent, very dark, and it's very negative, and that's why I like it, because Rick is a character where he just thinks, I don't care about any of you. And there's literally one of my favourite moments in the show is the start of season 2 where he just sits Morty and Summer down and he just gets out a whiteboard and explains to them why they're both pieces of pieces of and he explains it all on a whiteboard and he goes, this you know what, this has been a long time coming, and it's hilarious.
Rick and Morty it's like a Douglas Adams-esque look at the universe in a modern sense of humour's perspective. It's the horrible modern-esque tongue-in-cheek jokes with that Douglas Adams-esque everything is pointless feel to it, and it's really good. Season 3 is going to be really interesting. We've already seen a bit of it anyway.
Yeah, we've already seen episode 1, which just, I mean, let's face it, that blew me away.
Yeah.
Because they took everything they'd established in season 2 and 3 and destroyed it. And
He's a
it's-
spy, blow him up.
Yeah. In just one of my favourite ways. And it's very intelligent. It throws lots of curveballs at you. And Rick is just one of the most downtrodden characters, but just one of the most intelligent, sarcastic, and horrible people you'll ever meet, and I love him.
But season 3 is the darkest time. Also, is the darkest series and the one with features Summer most, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I've been having a theory with you.
Oh yeah,
which was
you were talking.
because a lot of the trailer is. A lot of the trailer is all Morty's sister, Summer, and it's a lot more about following her line, and also it's going to follow the mother a bit more. My theory is that there's a clip in the opening credits with the Cthulhu. I reckon that will actually come to a full episode. A full Cthulhu episode, I think.
Well, the Cthulhu episode is coming regardless. That's the one thing that stayed the same all the time in the opening. That and the other bit of the opening with Morty.
Yeah.
So the Cthulhu episode is coming at some point, so it'd be good to see it.
Yeah. And I think Dark Morty might be coming back as well.
Oh yeah, I think Evil Morty's coming back.
I think that's got me intrigued. I'm going to try and see if I can watch it. Let's move on. So,
Okay.
Sam, it's your turn. Pick a number. 4.
Luckily, I forget things.
Okay. Marvel's Sony Spider-Man. Where it fits in the universe. So, here's your question.
Okay.
Where did the symbiote first appear?
In the comic books.
What story arc in the comic book?
There was Secret Invasion, wasn't it? That it turned up in. Does that just explain the origin?
You're very close. Dan, do you wanna give it a guess?
Was it in the Fantastic Four?
No, it was in Secret Wars.
Oh, I knew it was a secret.
I know they've had a lot of secrets at the Marvel Universe. What you could have won was a date with Black Cat. No, not the Black Cat, just a black cat.
Oh.
Yeah, just a random black cat.
A random
I
black
hope
cat.
it's Salem from the Sabrina the Teen. Oh.
So, what's happened here is Marvel Sony Spider-Man is firmly a part of the MCU. You haven't watched it, either of you yet.
I'm saying because it's close to my birthday, so my friends are treating me later, so I've been forbidden from watching it.
Okay. It's firmly set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we're getting a Venom movie, as we all know, and we're also getting a Silver and Black movie, which is about Silver Sable and Black Cat teaming up to take out bad guys. That is going to be a part of the Sony Spider-Verse, and there was some question, are they going to be linked into the MCU? Are they going to not be? One of the producers over at Sony said, yes, these films are part of the MCU. Then about 2 days later, they said, no, these films are not a part of the MCU. They've said, now the official version that we're getting is that they are not in the same universe, but they are in the same reality.
Oh.
Which isn't going to confuse anybody, is it?
No.
But isn't that meant to be an alien parasite anyway? So logically, logically, it could still be used in the same cinematic universe. It's just Doctor Stranging it a bit.
Yeah, I think it's occupying the same sort of level in the world that the Netflix shows live in that they are in the world, but they're not in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Ewan, if we just go back to Spider-Man for a second.
Yeah.
I've heard some interesting things. A lot of people, some people are suggesting should the Iron Man character be retired? As it should be this? Should Infinity War be the end game for Iron Man's character arc? And some people are actually, I think some people are trying to work out the timeline issues with.
Okay.
People say there's a few timeline issues with the film.
So this isn't really a spoiler. I've watched the film. So they start the film with Vulture, played by Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the remnants of the fight in the new battle in New York from Avengers, which we all just assumed was set in 2012, and then it jumps and it goes 8 years later. By that logic, this film is set in 2020, but there's stuff that is obviously set in 2017, and they established it's set in 2017.
Yeah.
So there's 6 years. There's a timeline screw up. So people are trying to rationalize what's happening in the rest of the film, and they go, okay, well, if you look at Iron Man 2, Thor obviously happens directly after that because of the post-credit scene, and then Iron Man happens maybe about a year and a half before Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
So all of these events happen about 2010, which in that case it works out a little bit better than 2012.
Okay, that makes sense-ish.
Yeah, they jump through a whole bunch of hoops to make it work. Yeah.
Does it matter though? Because the films are very isolated, and it's not like there's too much. It doesn't break the plot.
This one, it is very much established that the timeline is an important factor in the whole.
Is it?
Yeah.
But apparently, it sets up Infinity War more than expected.
It sets up the team in terms of the Avengers more than Infinity War.
Okay.
And they have if when you go watch it, Sam.
Yeah.
Stay till the end.
Okay. To the very end.
To the very end. Watch the last post-credit scene. It is something to behold. I'm not going to give you more than that.
I hope it's Samuel L. Jackson tap dancing. That's what I want.
In that case, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Dan's looking a little bit confused and bemused.
Yes. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've reached all we can on that. So, Dan, it's your turn. Pick a number.
5.
5. Okay. So, we got a new trailer for Game of Thrones, and winter is officially here, apparently. And all the main players are getting into position for the final 2 seasons of the show. What do you two make of it?
Excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah? Is it the final 2 series?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's technically the length of 1 series altogether, these 2, but because of budgets, it's 2 series.
No,
But the episodes are extra long, I think, apparently.
Oh yeah, because this is the one where there's a lot of epic battles. It's one of like all the best bits of the series where it's like, these are clearly filler, and all the episodes that we really want to watch are these ones with the big battles. They've gotten rid of the filler.
Okay.
That's basically what they've done, and they've just condensed it to this big set pieces. And that's going to be really good. Historically, me and a lot of people have been trying to find out what people think is going to happen next. And according to history, working out with my local history research team, is if it was historically, it's referenced off of the War of the Roses. So the end ends with the wedding, between the marriage union between the two, which kind of quiets everything and it shuts it up. So if that's the case, it should be Jaime Lannister and Sansa Stark should get married, and that finishes the thing if they're going off of history. The fantasy perspective is that Daenerys and Jon would get married. That's what it's aiming at. But we all know that is the option that's always presented and then horribly, horribly taken away from us.
Yeah, it's not going to end the way anybody wants it to or anyone is expecting it to. It's going to end horribly.
I haven't watched any of Game of Thrones because I'm too far behind on it now. I've got 6 seasons to catch up on, so I'm kind of
seasons to enjoy.
I'm just kind of the opinion. You know what? I'll wait for it all to finish because most of the stuff that's happening, I'm going right above my head. So,
but that's good. That's good. I started with that, and then once you start, you won't stop. It's like Pringles.
Or cocaine.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you your question, your Game of Thrones question.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
What weapons do they use? Swords. Yes. Got it.
What is the Iron Throne made of?
Swords.
Iron. I think so. I don't know. I don't make swords. Any blacksmiths in the audience?
Well, technically, I think all those swords are technically steel. They're not pure iron, because iron swords would have been seriously outdated in that.
All right. Pick apart my joke.
So for that, you both win a prize.
King of the nerds. That's mine.
Right.
You win a crown with your own house symbol on.
What's it made of, Sam? What's my crown made of?
Well, that will probably be some sort of copper or bronze that's plated with gold.
Copper? I don't want a copper crown.
It might be pure gold. It might be just a boiling pot of gold shoved on your head.
I'm all right with that.
I'm feeling
You die that way.
What a great way to die, though. I mean, come on.
Watch Game of Thrones, and you'll get that.
I'm feeling like I'm missing a reference, but let's move on. Sam, pick a number.
2.
2. Oh.
You made a poo noise with 2.
So, we got this is, I'm going to have to say it, spoilers for the season finale of Doctor Who. Again, spoilers. Spoilers, Dan. All of the spoilers.
La 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 la.
I kind of have to put this in because of what happened, so I'm sorry, Sam.
So I've watched the 3-parter, which is genuinely a fascinating 3-parter. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love the first episode of that 3-parter as well.
When you realise it's all a lie, and it's all based off of theories that are going around at the moment. The whole simulation theory to fake news. The villain was fake news, and I liked that.
So
I saw on the BBC thing the Peter Capaldi standing next to the first Doctor.
Yeah.
Is that the spoiler?
That is the spoiler indeed. So what's happened is the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, has refused to regenerate. Every time the hand starts glowing, he's just like, no! And he just keeps trying to stop himself regenerating because he's tired of changing.
Yeah.
So the TARDIS ends up taking him back through time to a certain planet that is near our solar system, near our planet.
Yeah.
Called the Moon.
Okay.
Well, no.
The moon's not a planet. No,
It's a planetoid. It's a planetoid.
It's actually a moon. Surprising.
Well, it takes him back to where the first Doctor regenerated.
Yeah.
And he just hears this voice wandering around, and then out of the snow comes the first Doctor saying, "You may be a Doctor, but I am the Doctor."
Oh, snap.
And then that's where the episode ends.
So the Christmas episode's going to be Doctor versus Doctor.
It'll be probably the pair of them coming together to understand that they need to regenerate, and they have to regenerate.
Which is going to be really good because the actor that's playing him did a wonderful version of him.
Yeah.
Of the actual actor playing that character. And he did this wonderful moment of realization of the frustration that an actor goes through when he realizes you're being written out, but your character's still alive. That wonderful moment that was written where he realized they're killing him off, but not the character. They're just getting rid of him, and that was really wonderful. So seeing an episode that's that, but in Doctor Who
Yeah.
will be really fascinating to see.
So my bet for the episode is the first Doctor doesn't want to regenerate. It's his first time. He's scared. So Peter Capaldi comes in and goes, "Look, you don't have anything to be scared of. This is all the adventures that you'll have. This is what you'll become."
Is the actual regeneration episode for the first Doctor lost?
Yeah.
That's one of the lost episodes.
That's one of the lost episodes.
So we get to watch it now.
They've kind of recreated it on. So they did a
based on scripts.
based on scripts, and they've animated it.
Yeah.
Which I think you can find somewhere on the BBC website. You can buy it and watch it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Christmas. I really...
I'm always looking forward to Christmas, personally.
For the Doctor Who episode specifically, because the last couple of the Doctor Who episode Christmas specials have just kind of been... Thank you, Sam.
That was well timed. That was really well timed.
I knew I had to edit it in, so I thought I'd just do it live. Do it live! Sorry, Sam, for ruining the audio there.
So, yeah, Sam. So when we finally watched it, I think we're going to do a full review of the season.
That'll be good.
That'll be on the list. So let's move on. I'm just forgetting about the questions. I keep forgetting them.
Yeah, just carry on.
So you get your own sonic screwdriver, though.
Good. I like things.
Dan.
6.
Transformers has barely flopped at the box office, relatively speaking. Guess how much the fourth one made?
Oh,
8 billion.
No, bit smaller.
80 million?
No, it made $1,168,000,000.
That's a lot of jelly beans.
Can people please stop giving Michael Bay money?
That was the last one. The one that has just came out has made 430 million worldwide.
Oh, that's a bit nice.
How much did it cost to make?
About 100 and something. He always comes in under budget.
Well done.
So that was at the 10-day mark. It might be a little bit higher now, but both of them at the 10-day mark had reached those numbers, and that's probably when a film makes most of its money. So, what do you think this says about the future of the Transformers franchise?
We're done with it.
Hopefully it means we're done with it. I mean, we should have been done with it after the second one. But, people always wanted to watch explosions for no actual reason. So people went and watched explosions that had no meaning or point or whatever.
So, what do you think this will do, though, to the upcoming Bumblebee movie?
Yeah.
We're getting a Bumblebee movie.
Well, hopefully it'll just cancel it or cut the budget.
It's not being directed by Michael Bay.
Good.
It's being directed by the guy who directed Kubo and the Two Strings, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, that was the kids' film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also been involved in Box Trolls, Coraline, all of those other films.
So he's doing more of a children's version, maybe?
Yeah. And it's set in the 80s.
I'm worried they don't Deadpool it, because then we'll get thousands more of these films.
And then they've got Girl from True Grit, the True Grit remake. What's the name?
Can I put Transformers in the Avatar box?
You don't want to talk about it anymore unless it's...
Because I really don't... Because it's one of these things of more press makes it stay alive. If you've ever watched the Simpsons Halloween special where advertising comes and kills everyone, the only way to kill them is to not pay attention to them.
I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was interesting. It
is interesting.
It's kind of people are getting obviously very tired of it now.
Yeah. I would just like to put it in a box and then put it in the ground and put a gravestone saying, "Here lies Transformers. Michael Bay finally killed it."
The less work the Michael Bay gets, the better. That's all I think.
The thing is, he has done good films.
He's done, a good film, I think.
Which one do you think he's done?
Armageddon is a very good pop.
I don't want to close my eyes.
I think 13 Hours is good.
Yeah.
When he's not doing Transformers film, oddly enough, he's all right.
Bad Boys, weren't they good?
Yeah, he did Bad Boys.
Yeah, anything that's not got Transformers linked to it, he's fine. I think we've all reached a collective anger on that one.
Yeah.
So, Sam, it's your turn. Pick a number. You've got one.
What do I win?
You win.
Michael Bay's career.
I would improve it and then make a decent version of The Birds. Yes, he owns the rights to Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Oh, for God's sake. Catchphrase complete.
1.
The Jumanji trailer. That's what we get. That's what we get to talk about now.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
It is good. I recently rewatched Jumanji, the first one,
Yeah,
and
I
realised how good it was.
I had a different opinion.
Oh,
I rewatched it recently and found that it really didn't hold up for me.
What was it that didn't hold up for you?
I think I was expecting more. It's just a by the numbers 80s children's film.
But it is the by the numbers 80s film. It's one of the. It is the place setter.
I suppose it has some nice moments. I just didn't really find it held up. I still enjoyed it. It just wasn't as good as I remembered it.
So, what are you wanting out of the new one? What do you want that will improve the Jumanji story?
I don't know, really, to be honest with you.
I love
don't
the
have
stuff
much
with
of a
Jack
point.
Black. I love the stuff with Jack Black. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
I love it. It's cheerleader in a chubby man's body, and I can't even. That concept alone makes me laugh.
It looks like it's turning itself more into a comedy. The original was quite a action adventure and more in line with that. It did have Robin Williams in, but Robin Williams wasn't being Robin Williams. He was playing a little boy that was trapped in the jungle for 30, 20 years.
25 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, thank you. Exactly 25 years.
25 years.
And it was just that's what I really enjoyed about the first one. The idea of going, my whole life has been in a jungle in this stupid game, and that was a really fun thing to see. The monkeys CG was horrible,
Well, it was.
but it's a part of the time.
Yeah, part of the time, isn't it? You've got to forgive the CG.
So are we looking forward to the new film?
I'll go watch it.
I'm hesitant, but I'll watch
Hasn't
it.
okay. So for that, you win a chance to go to the jungle with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan.
Nice. That sounds scary, but
It sounds terrifying, to be honest with you.
yeah. Oh God, yeah. Kevin Hart. I'll have to spend a lot of time with his voice slowly increasing in pitch. And I do that. That can't be two of us.
Okay, let's move on. Who's next? It was me, Dan. So you can choose either number one.
No, we've had number one.
Yeah.
No, we had. No, you have. You're right. You
Yes.
can either have number 3 or number 7.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest. Copyrighted 7.
7. Fantastic Beasts 2 has gone into production at Leavesden Studios in London. It's set a couple of years after the first one and sees Newt Scamander and Dumbledore team up to defeat Johnny Depp's Grindelwald.
Who's Dumbledore?
Jude Law. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. Thank you. I just completely forgot. So,
You
Jude Law.
monster.
But how is Jude Law anything like Dumbledore? It's just like,
Well, this is
"Hello,
young
Jude Law.
Dumbledore.
Bang, bang. Let's get it done.
This
Come
is
on,
young
come on,
Dumbledore.
Yeah. Yo, I'm going to start rapping because that'll be definitely something
When
he'll
has
do.
Jude Law ever rapped?
Have you ever seen the webcams at his house? No, that's only me. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's just the ones you set up.
Hello, I'm Jude Law trying to rap. I think I'm terrible. Yes, because I can't swear.
we had
I'm
a
just
brief
horrible,
show, this-
shaved like a bear. I don't know what's happened to me.
Now I'm just picturing Jude Law sat in a bath and just rapping how he's shaving his leg hair. I'm no longer a bear, I'm shaving my leg hair. It's all coming off.
Nobody will care that I'm rapping
Yeah.
in the bath. There's a duck having the bath with me. Yes, I've been watching too much Harmontown. Too much Harmontown.
I think the show's gone off the rails completely. It's going to be released next year.
Oh yeah, we're talking about that.
Talking about Harry Potter.
Oh God, yeah. I know. I'm just picturing Jude Law in a bath.
I genuinely, I'm gonna watch it. It'll be. Is it still written by J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
That's fine then. That's fine. That's all. That means it's going to be solid. Fantastic Beasts was a solid story. You can talk about the direction of it or the cinematography of it all you like. You can the acting in it, but the story was genuinely solid, engaging storytelling.
All the original cast members are coming back as well.
Good.
So people like Kowalski,
Which one? Kowalski?
the Muggle.
Nice.
I love him.
But how? He's just a little baker in a shop. Don't bring him back, he'll die. Don't touch Kowalski. I hope that Professor McGonagall will turn up. the exact same actress. No change. No change. That's just been her for the whole of eternity. That's all I want. I just want. I forgot the name. I'm a terrible human being. I forgot the name. What?
Maggie Smith.
Thank you.
No, don't tell him. He has to work it out.
Maggie Smith. I know it now.
And he's already wrapped this episode. He doesn't need any more torture.
But yeah, I just like the idea of Maggie Smith just turns up and goes, hello. Everyone's like, how old are you? I will not say. Secretly holding a philosopher's stone.
Okay. I think
She's the true Voldemort.
Maybe that's it. Maybe Professor McGonagall was Voldemort all along.
Yeah. She set up this little boy.
The
She
final
set him up,
Horcrux.
Oh, this episode's gone off the rail.
The Noseless Man was the final Horcrux, not Voldemort. It's Maggie Smith the whole time.
Oh God.
Not McGonagall, Maggie Smith.
Yeah, no, not McGonagall, just Maggie.
Let's move on. We've got the final one.
Yeah.
Which is number 3, the Han Solo drama.
Yeah. It's just I don't understand why this feels a bit like Ant-Man. The reason why they got fired. You know,
No, this is even worse than Ant-Man.
Okay.
Because Ant-Man didn't even go into production.
Oh shit! Oh damn! It has. Yeah, it's gone into
No,
production.
it's been filming for about 6 months.
So, and one of the execs turned around and went, "Hold on, there's too much improvising on this set. Get out."
No, what's happened? So they've said Alden Ehrenreich, so the guy who's playing Han Solo,
Yeah.
his performance was akin to that of Ace Ventura.
Oh.
Yeah, they were constantly trying to improvise it, and one of the reports that came out, don't put a lot of stock into quite a lot of them, but one of them that came out said that Alden Ehrenreich mentioned it to Kathleen Kennedy, who's head of Lucasfilm,
Yeah.
and she's had a look at some of the dailies and has said, yeah, no, bye. They tried to work it out as a team. Lord and Miller, who were directing it, didn't want any of that. So
Would it be fair if you've written a script that's meant to make millions, and then you go onto set, and then they're not doing the script?
Yeah.
It's kind of, you're questioning what was the point in the writer and what's the point in the story.
And this is Lawrence Kasdan, the writer, had a massive part in the original trilogy and The Force Awakens. This was his swan song. He's wanted to do the Han Solo film for years. And these guys are just kind of going, did it. Han Solo.
So Han Solo, he wasn't the comic relief, but he did have a lot of quirky and smarmy comments throughout Star Wars.
Yeah.
Should it be considered a comedy then?
No.
What do you consider? What kind of, if you had to compare this to anything but Star Wars, what level of story should the Han Solo be? What story would it be akin to?
I'd put it something similar to, the recent Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
It's got comedic elements in it, but it's a very serious film.
So more like the old Sylvester Stallone-esque, like, I'm going to do a storyline, now I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do a joke!
It's like
Joke, Dev! Ugh.
It's like it's like a Western, literally set in space. If I had to link it any closer, I'd put it something to like Serenity.
Yeah. What would you do it as, Dan?
Yeah, I do it like as Ewen says, like a Firefly sort of style to it, so where it's quite serious, but it does have its comedic elements and funny moments. Isn't Ron Howard involved now?
Ron Howard is now directing.
Yeah, Ron Howard's directing, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Richie from Happy Days is officially directing a Star Wars film.
It's going to be really awkward for the guy playing Han Solo, though, because he's pretty much got someone fired. Generally, he got someone else fired, and he's still on the set.
If you think about it from his perspective, though, if the thing bombed, yeah, Lord and Miller would kind of have had words, but his career would be in ruins.
Yeah.
It's all one. I don't think he went in there with the intention of getting them fired. He's just like, can you try and get them to tone it down? And they probably, because they had this vision, they didn't want to tone it down. They've kind of gone, yeah, whatever.
Were they doing like a really off-the-wall comedy then?
That's what I've heard. But again, these are all reports coming off of the set. So it's hard to tell. Apparently, one thing that happened was when they announced Ron Howard on set that he was taking over directing, everybody on the crew just kind of clapped and went, woo! But
Just give me his CV. What kind of things has Ron Howard done?
So he's done Apollo 13.
Okay.
He did Rush with...
All right.
Recently.
That's all right.
Done some very good movies as Ron Howard.
So is My worry, what I expect to come from this is Ant-Man. Ant-Man's a really good film. Ant-Man's a great film, but because of the hype that came out of the whole Edgar Wright leaving, but didn't leave, he just didn't direct it, even though he wrote it. And because of that, people walked into the cinema going, meh.
I actually like Ant-Man.
Yeah, I really think it's a fun treat if you just want a sit-down film when you're ill, just to watch and just wash away the day. Ant-Man is a really good kind of cheer-up film. And the little choo-choo train that goes big is really funny.
I actually watched Ant-Man recently, and I really enjoyed it because I hadn't seen it before then.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just the hype that came around, and this is going to have the same effect.
Yeah.
The same exact effect that happened to Ant-Man, regardless of the quality of the film. People are going to walk in and out of that film going, meh, it could have been better, but meh. But the thing is, no one's a professional going into that cinema thinking they're going to be walking in with their fake nerd glasses going, I believe this could have been much better with my degree of, it's a blank sheet of paper, this. It's not a degree. I'm just thinking, just these production things are fascinating, but I think it'd be better for the culture if we just ignore it and then just let them get on with it.
Last question before we end up for today. Do we think they're going to push the release date? Because it's supposed to come out May of next year. Do you think they're going to push it back to December?
Disney can throw money at anything and get it out on time. So I don't think they are.
Well, they pushed back Rogue One. Rogue One was supposed to come out in May.
Then yes.
And then they pushed it back. And then Last Jedi was supposed to come out in May, and then they pushed it back to December.
I suppose it depends on Ron Howard. If Ron Howard looks at it and going, whoa, we need to reshoot like 6 months of work.
Yeah.
Then there's also the chance he might come in, look at the actor and go, you know what? Let's Back to the Future this and refilm everything with a new Marty McFly. He might genuinely do that.
Well, he started filming, so I don't think they're recasting Alden Ehrenreich anytime soon.
They didn't cast. They didn't cast. They shot the whole film and had to go back and refilm all of the Marty McFly bits.
I thought it was 2 weeks. I thought they'd been
2 weeks.
Yeah, they'd been filming Back to the Future for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that was it. I'm thinking of a different film.
And then they had who's it? I'm forgetting Marty McFly's name.
Maggie Smith. It was Maggie Smith.
Michael J. Fox. Come in and do it in the evenings.
Yeah.
I think we've left it on a good tone. We're at 40 minutes on the Audacity, so that's it for this week.
Yes.
Sorry it was so long. Sorry we've been away for so long.
Yeah.
But next time we're going to have D23 news.
Yes.
And then the week after that, there's a little thing going on in San Diego.
What?
I don't.
What is it?
It's a little comic book convention.
A comic book convention?
I know.
It's just to get together.
Yeah.
What's one of those things?
I think people come by and they read comic books together.
Weird.
Oh, that sounds.
I heard that they might be doing something from Avengers Infinity War. They might be having something there.
I guess
Possibly.
I guess we might have a little look into it then.
Possibly something from Justice League and possibly something from Star Wars. I mean, it'll be an interesting 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from him.
And a goodbye from Ewen.
See you next time, guys.
Go on, get out.
Don't come back! Please come back.
We need the subscribers.
Just tell us what you want us to talk about, please.
I'll talk about anything. I'll do whatever you want me to.